is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 2XTheGrind, episode 20. Very excited. That's a big thing.
Did that hurt your hand?
No, did it hurt yours?
No, but my hand felt solid.
Yeah, but I did this, but you gave me knuckles.
Yeah, but you have rings, so I wasn't gonna hit your knuckles to have you stab me.
It wouldn't stab you. It's just more like a harder hit. You know what I mean? Just an extra.
Knock me out. Episode 20, LVP.
Episode 20.
We've come a long way.
That's 20 weeks. Even though it has been more than 20 weeks, but it is 20 weeks of production.
I think it's been like 24 weeks.
Yeah, I think it has been 24.
Because I think we missed
roughly.
like 1 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
With the move and one.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I agree.
It's been fun.
Anyway, it has been a bunch of fun, and thank you so much for everyone tuning in, because if you guys weren't tuning in, what is the point in this? Other than to entertain ourselves, thinking that we're doing something here. But you guys make us feel very loved and appreciated, and we want you to know that we love you and appreciate you.
Big shout out to the comment section, as always.
Oh my God,
Came through last episode, big time.
I gotta say, big. Also,
did you see my comment? I posted like 2 days ago.
No, I didn't see it.
I posted it, and then I was like, I don't know if people are gonna see this, but I posted. I said, just want to say we love you guys. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Because it really, honestly, I think it was last episode that I said pause and post, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
so many people did. I know. And I was like, and it was so late in the episode and everything, and I was like, wow, like that was really, yeah. It was like, wow, that was really something, So it meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to LVP, and I just, I was a couple days late saying it, so I was afraid that people might not have seen it. No, but this is me saying it again. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
We really do. We really do appreciate you. I'll tell you what, something else
Drop
we appreciate.
A like. Share it. Keep it going.
Farm those comments. Farm those likes. Now, this also something else that I really appreciate is a good coffee. And I'll tell you what, our sister, my sister-in-law, absolute homie. Kiki, thank you so much. We love you. But more importantly,
technically it's from Charlotte, right?
Yeah. Our niece Charlotte got us this coffee. And when I'm referring to our niece Charlotte, she is literally a baby, by the way. Yeah. She is tiny. But Charlotte, you're a real one. We love you so much.
When you're listening to this,
she's my little angel.
I guess technically she could listen to it now.
She's my little angel.
She is.
But yeah, so this actually is it smells delicious, by the way.
Tastes delicious.
You tried it?
Oh, I always do. I can't not try it.
It's racing against me. This is the El Salvador. It's a rich single origin bean with notes of chocolate, roasted nuts, and spice. This is a medium roast coffee.
You know what's funny? You haven't had a sip yet. I have the tiniest bit of creamer and tiniest bit of sweetener. Do you taste the chocolate?
Yeah.
I do, too.
It's black. I have mine black.
Yeah. But I don't. And I still taste that. I would have said, if you asked me what does it taste like, I would have said that.
Oh. Yeah, no, when I smelt it.
You okay?
Yeah. When I smelt it, I could smell chocolate immediately. I was very excited. I know. I could smell chocolate.
Yeah.
You smell?
I already smelled it. I'll smell it again, though, actually. Can you still smell it?
Yeah, can. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
This is a coffee by Java Mama. You can go to www.javamama.com to check it out if you like our review at the end when we've drunk it. But it says, Java Mama selects only specialty grade coffee from producers around the world. Sourcing from small farms and co-ops provides an important stream of income for the farmers. Very important. Absolutely love fair trade. Our coffee is small batch roasted with 100% renewable energy. Our clean and green air roasting process ensures you receive the freshest and smoothest coffee you've ever tasted. So I love that, because obviously I think
they're green.
I just love that they're taking control of, being eco-friendly and green, because
we try to do our part.
We do. I don't think we do a fantastic job all the time, but we do have some kind of self-awareness and consciousness of it,
sensible.
Right? We're not like
we're not
vegans
over the top.
And you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. We still use some chemicals. We still use plastic sometimes.
Is going vegan the best thing you can do for the planet?
It's not the best thing you can do. It's very good for the planet, because obviously we need to help our wildlife. We need to help the planet in terms of our ecosystem and the fossil fuels and the gas and the greenhouse gases, which are caused by largely a lot of food products and a lot of things that, not just food products, but things that are used to create the food products and stuff. I mean, we could go into this forever, but
would you ever go vegan?
I don't know.
I think
it's not because of the meat aspect for me.
I
could definitely cut meat out of my diet, which, let's be perfectly honest, we have cut a lot of meat out of our diet. I have anyway.
Speak for yourself.
I have
not.
But I think it's just more so like the other things that are really hard to cut out being a vegan. And
I have a hard time because we're going to dive into gaming in a second. Give me 1 second. I just got to say this. I've tried to eat vegetarian, vegan.
When have you tried to eat vegan? Have you really tried to eat vegan? No, you haven't.
No,
you haven't tried. You've tried a vegan mac and cheese.
No,
this is tried.
No, this is like
this is very good. By the way, Samantha.
This is like before. This is like before. This is like years and years and years ago. Like I've for sure tried it like 2 days.
2 days? You went vegan for 2 days? Really?
Yeah, I've went vegetarian because I'm into this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the hard part with it, cost and calories, and I don't mean to be awful, because to eat extremely healthy, I'm not trying to be like, I don't know, like I'm not know-it-all by any means, but like you want to be a vegetarian or a vegan, but you don't want to eat like loads of pasta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had a hard time, but I was also like 17 and 18, or like 16, like trying to like
pasta and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can't eat pasta as a vegan.
No, I know.
Because of the egg in pasta, so like you have to eat like special pasta.
Right. I was talking about
without egg.
I was talking about vegetarian. No, I know what it is, but like so I had a hard time with that. And then like I remember talking to someone and they're like, "Oh, eat a lot of fruit." And I'm like 16. I'm like, dude, fruit's expensive.
Yeah. Well, fruit's also expensive, really. But not only that, like you still like there's people who are fruitarians, and they have to eat ridiculous amounts of fruit.
I know. Ridiculous. So I just haven't found that balance. I did do for a little bit that I could do.
Vegan mac and cheese is incredible, by the way.
Shout out SJ. You know what I did do for a little bit? What's the one when you eat fish? Pescatarian. I could do that.
It's 100% same.
That's easy.
Love pescatarian. I love pescatarian.
Love pescatarian.
Love it. Just love fish, but also fish. Very bad as well. Again.
Post in the comments. Have you tried to go vegetarian or vegan?
Have we got any vegans and vegetarians? Yeah. And if so,
drop some tips.
Yeah, or a recipe or two, because I know it's so easy to go and like find recipes and stuff, but I think half the time it's just like it's finding the time to make the recipe, and like if you want to make vegan food good, you can. By the way, can I just say we actually tried vegan food at a vegan restaurant in London. Do you remember that pop-up we went to? And I had banana tacos.
Yeah, like 3/4 of it was good.
Banana skin tacos.
No, because you know what it was? The banana tacos were great, but you know what was terrible?
What?
That like
burger.
Fake burger.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a vegan burger, but it bled.
Nah, but real quick though, because we got to dive back into this. But I thought this would be interesting to say, because we need your help, or you can just let us know if you feel the same or what you think about it. But the reason why we need someone to post a recipe, right, is because you can look stuff up online.
Right, yeah, of course.
But it's so unrealistic. Most of it, you look up so much stuff of recipes for vegan or vegetarian or whatever, and it wants you to go get 20 things. Look, I'm going to my local Acme. We don't got that. Not really. Some of it we do. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking up Gordon Ramsay recipes. I just don't have any of it, Yeah,
so, we need a fully stocked pantry, fully stocked fridge.
Anyway, I've said my piece.
Yeah, no, I totally feel. Yeah, but let us know if there's any like quick and easy things that are like vegan certified or even vegetarian stuff like that are like banging but easy. Let us know, because I'll be curious to try it. Anyway, back to the coffee. What a tangent.
I love this coffee.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Eco-friendly.
Coffee's banging. Our mission: armed with an arsenal of responsibly grown coffee, as well as tea and cocoa, Java Mama is fueling the opportunity for you to percolate your own dreams. Beautiful.
Put down the coffee mug, LVP.
No.
We've been down this road before.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Yeah, so obviously the notes are chocolate, roasted nuts, and spice. I can definitely taste the cocoa. Yeah. I can't really taste much nuts yet, but I think sometimes the more you drink it, the more of the notes start coming through. And I cannot taste spice yet, but we'll have to wait and see. They're probably
I taste chocolate. I taste chocolate and spice.
Background notes mostly, and cocoa's really kind of quite pungent in this.
Chocolate and spice. It's amazing. I actually really like that. It's like sweet. You want something sweet.
But something that was spicy was the Call of Duty League this week.
Ooh. You should be a broadcaster. Wow, that was a great transition.
Thanks. Yeah, so we're going to talk about CDL as per usual. To begin with, obviously, final week of online regular play, which has been really cool too. Thank you very much.
Great job, LVP.
Golf claps, everybody. And we're going to also talk a little bit about Halo.
Yeah.
Because there's been a little bit of a blog post, which actually, I've got to be honest here.
Yeah.
Haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet.
There's
because not just to give myself excuse, but I have been busy.
Well, you've been working.
I have been busy.
So there's a...
But I will read it.
We'll talk about it, but there's a bigger blog post coming out.
Yes.
Next week.
Yes.
Which we will
Let me
discuss
just say
way
this.
more.
I got the gist of it.
Yeah.
So it's all right. But I will read.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't read it.
I was about to say I'm going to lean on you for that.
No, I know.
What are we discussing about here?
Well, I know.
Okay.
I know a general idea of what they said. You know, bots, betas. Yada yada.
Well, we're going to get into it. And then
there's too much like fluff in the stuff. I read the first couple of like this stuff. No, it's true. I respect it, but I'm not trying to be a hater. Okay.
Can we save this for when we actually talk about it? There was not going to have anything to talk about
with
it.
You wound me up. So no, I'm just joking. We can talk about Call of Duty. Of course we can.
Compose
Been working on my
love.
breathing techniques.
In and out. Perfect.
Exactly.
That's exactly how breathing works. Now.
Is it?
Yes.
I've been doing two. I've been doing two ins.
Two inhales.
Yeah, two inhales. I thought that's how you breathe. I'm just joking.
Actually, that's a pregnancy breathe. Breath. Breathe. Yeah, it's a pregnancy breathing technique.
Maybe that's where I learned it.
Who have you been knocking up?
Huh?
I said, who have you been knocking up?
It's crazy. That's the first thing you would go to.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I was about to say, you can tell I'm tired. I was about to say, it's a kidding.
It's a kidding. You were kidding? Is that what you're trying to say?
I was kidding, yeah. I was kidding.
You are tired. It is Sunday night again.
It is Sunday night.
I like the Sunday night podcast.
Legit,
though.
I do as well, to be honest. I think it's pretty good.
What's the first topic of CDL that we're talking about here? Because
I
could talk to you forever.
Just FYI, in terms of the content today, there will be some random thing we talk about at the end of the podcast. Let's be real, we can't help ourselves. So let's talk about CDL first.
Wouldn't you say that this is kind of the random thing that we've already been talking about?
Yeah, we do a random beginning and a random end, and it's for the random people who love to stay randomly. It's perfect. Now,
I don't know if I got another random thing in me. I thought the vegan thing was kind of it.
I don't know. But you're going off again. Let's get back to CDL. Okay, folks, welcome. So Call of Duty League, obviously final week. It's the final week of online play, and it's the final week of like our regular season play. So basically from here on out, things change a little bit, and I'll just quickly explain that for you guys. So Major 5 is quite significant, not only because obviously there's money on the line for this tournament. We have a winners bracket and we have an elimination bracket format. But what really is quite the important part for our teams here is the points that they can receive from this major. They're very different from regular season play. You get bonus points. So first place is 75, second place is 65, I'm pretty sure. It goes down in like strange increments, but I know that first place is 75. These are really important. That is why sometimes you will see in the CDL points where there is increments of 5 happening and you're like, hold on a second, I thought match is 10 points, but it's because of majors and their bonus points.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are there any possible seating changes depending on what happens?
Yes.
Is that why you're kind of saying
Rocker.
That? Rocker can what, like bump up?
No, Rocker can fall down.
Depending on what, like how good Thieves do?
Yeah.
And like Florida does maybe?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everything else is probably pretty set-ish, right?
Yeah. Everything.
Because like no one's touching phase. No one's touching phase probably no matter what.
No one's touching phase. The only other thing that can happen is the second seed for champs as well.
Who? Ultra
or Dallas. Yeah, it depends on how well they do as well. So that's also another potential that can happen.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
So the first thing I want to talk about today, I'm not going to do it in chronological order in terms of the week, but things that really stick out. Otherwise we can be here for a week talking about it all, to be honest. The Dallas versus Ultra, I know. The Dallas versus Ultra game we just had.
Yeah.
It was the final game of the night. I mean, it was wicked. Highly anticipated, obviously, because like I like to say, on broadcast. Banger. This is what I was saying. Yeah, banger. But you know what I called it?
Why did you tweet
the
that
second seed SmackDown. That's what I called it.
That's what you called it?
Yeah. I threw to a break and I went, and ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Did you say it like that?
Yeah, as a joke. It's funny. No one laughed, but it's fine.
See, because your audience is online and they can't laugh. Is that why?
Yeah, because they're all very sulky in the chat. They're very grumpy.
Don't get me started.
But anyway,
Don't
it
get me
really
started
was
on
the
the
second
chat.
seed SmackDown. What was interesting about it is, of course, that match had no significance in terms of champs in the second seed. Like
did for the major,
a minor significance, but for the major it did, obviously, because Dallas then took first seed, so that means they're in winners round 2. Look at me with all the technicals.
No, you got it down.
Beautiful.
It's almost like you're the host.
It's almost like I am actually okay at my job slightly.
You're the best.
No, but I appreciate you. So what was interesting about that though was it was a cool kind of
preview.
Yeah, not just a preview, but like these are the two teams that are battling for that second seed. So it's interesting to see them go up against one another and kind of see how they fare against each other, even though it's actually like, it doesn't mean that Dallas, like, they're so much better now. They're getting second seed. It was just very interesting to, like, kind of get that.
It's two top teams going against each other.
That measurement.
Yeah, it's two top teams going against each other. I was impressed. Dallas.
But they've been going at each other in the points too. So they had, like, such an interesting, position.
I mean, this major, wow, there are a lot of teams that can win it.
Yeah,
I mean, FaZe are the favorite, right? Like, all right, you guys can post. I'm going to send it in the comment section. This comes out. Yeah, this comes out before the major. Is major on Wednesday? No, major's Thursday. Major's on Thursday.
Because I'm rehearsing Wednesday.
Yeah, that's why I always get confused. Post who you think is winning it. Who's the favorite? Who's the dark horse? Who's your pick, if you can?
You were listening to my broadcast.
What?
Were you listening to my broadcast?
I listen to like almost every broadcast.
Did you hear what I said in the last segment?
No, I don't know.
We talked about
I might have.
Who's the best. We talked about who's the favorite, but who's your dark horse.
Oh wow, that's really funny. Okay, but listen.
Wow.
Because this is a thing.
Wow.
I listen. Wow. I watch as many times on broadcasts like that you're on as I can.
I know you do. I know.
So sometimes if you ever say something,
to be fair, I am on a lot.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
all day.
No, so I try to tune in.
Yeah,
but you know I do. I've done that. I've done that.
Of course I do. I wasn't trying to call you out.
But sometimes you ask me if I like remember something.
No, I know.
But it starts blending in.
That's why I'm here. It doesn't matter. But sometimes I'm going to talk to you about a couple of situations now that happened in this game, and it's interesting to get your verdict on it based on what I've seen. So,
how many teams do you think can win this major?
How many? Sorry. Back to your question.
Yeah.
Can win the major.
Yeah. Forget about we don't need to pick. We don't really have to pick our dark horse and our pick. We're gonna let the people do that. How many teams can win?
FaZe. Dallas.
Yeah.
Ultra.
Optic.
Anybody
else? Would you say LA's got a shot? I mean, Game 5 with FaZe, Game 5 with Optic, beat Optic. You got to say they got a shot.
It's really hard. Is that our pipes, by the way?
I
Sorry,
think
everybody. If that's you can hear our pipes from
in the
basement.
Note to self, don't run dishwasher.
Yeah, while we're doing a podcast. Not great. But have that ambience of trickling water of a waterfall, because we are filming this in the Niagara Falls. We're not. I'm just joking. But imagine it.
I would love to do a traveling podcast.
Well, we are going to be doing a traveling podcast very soon.
What do you mean?
When we go to Champs.
Well, we're going to record one there?
Hell yeah.
How's that going to work?
What do you mean, how's it going to work?
We'll figure that out later. It's 4 teams.
We are. Are we? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe, potentially. But anyway, it's going to be easy. Just bring this and this.
FaZe, Dallas, Toronto, Optic.
And then I'd
say LA.
I would say LA Thieves is the last one. And that's no disrespect to
you wouldn't pick Florida?
No.
You wouldn't pick Rocker?
I can't pick Florida.
You wouldn't pick Rocker?
Pick them. No. It's hard because I could have said Florida if they had whooped Rocker, but they didn't.
Yeah, but that just shows how good every team is right now.
No, but it also shows how inconsistent Mutineers still are.
Yeah, then what do you say about Mutineers being Dallas?
They've done this all season, love. Yeah. They've done this all season. They have literally beat the best teams. Then they've lost to some of the worst teams. Then they've lost to some of the mid teams. But then they lose to some of the top teams. But then they win, and it goes like this. Woo.
Is Clayster going to be playing?
No, he's not
at the major.
No
Clay.
No, he's not even in. He's not at home.
Where is he?
He's gone on holiday.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did he for real?
Yes, he posted a picture of him flying on a plane in the sky and put a peace sign.
No, but is he really going on vacation?
No, he's on vacay, 100% confirmed. Vacation, yes. But there is a lot going on in his life right now. I know that he's also, selling his house, etc., etc. There's lots of stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But he's doing a lot of, I would say he's doing a lot of postseason stuff. But I mean, look, he's taking a reset, isn't he?
Is he coming back for champs or no?
No, highly unlikely.
For real?
For real. Very highly unlikely. I would say like 99% not coming back.
Not playing champs. No. That's a bummer.
99%.
I don't get that. We don't got to comment on it because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. Yeah. But from what I've heard people I've interviewed, no, probably not. No.
We don't got to talk about it because I don't know what's going on in his life.
And I also I don't want to dive into personal stuff. I think things.
I do think it's a big letdown. And
yes, I do as well.
I feel bad for his teammates.
Me too.
Because,
that's all I'll say about it.
Yeah, that's.
I agree.
You ain't winning.
No, you ain't.
Sorry to break it to you, but
no.
Anyway. Dallas and
so let's
Toronto.
talk about Dallas and Toronto from this week because it was really interesting. There was a moment. It was actually several moments, but Dallas were very close.
This coffee is so good. Go ahead, sorry.
This is what I deal with.
Dallas is so close to what
I deal with. Dallas was like so close to 3-0ing.
Yeah.
3-0ing ultra to the point where I'm not joking, but did you watch the game at all?
I saw like most of every game.
Let me break down
I might have
one
missed
moment.
like this is when you bring down situations.
Raid control, third game.
Raid control is like the one game I like basically missed.
Mm-hmm. Well, you missed a banger. So raid control, they are literally like ultra. So Crim is Crim has streaks. There were so many streaks in this control. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was unreal. There's so many streaks happening. But anyway, Crim had streaks. They were at ring. Toronto a laundry side.
Yeah.
They're coming in. They've managed to like kill a lot of them apart from
kitchen.
One person on ring, which is where obviously where you need to try and capture the point.
Yeah.
And it was A, right? So
yeah.
A literally had one tick left. They capped B. They needed the last tick of A, which by the way, with like a minute and 30 seconds to go, you've got B and you've got three, is it 3 ticks? 2 ticks of A. Is it 2? Was it 3 ticks you need?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that help you figure that out?
It did. They've got 2 ticks, right? So they need one more. At this point,
it's usually the opposite. Usually you get A first, then you get B.
I know.
But
well, it was interesting. They were dual wielding at one point because Dallas had a really good mid control. So Toronto tried to play the outside and was trying to cap both of them a little bit at a time. But anyway, it worked out in their favor that just where the spawns were and just where it kind of worked out that they captured B first, but they'd already got 2 ticks of A.
Gotcha.
Which put Dallas in such a terrible position because by that time they'd capped B, which gave them that extra minute 30 on the clock, right?
Yeah.
It sucks to be them. So they're like, crap, a minute 30, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And all they need is one more tick on A. So obviously everyone's swarming and Crim is like, crap, I need to do something. So he's got streaks. They push back round, get to A, obviously looking at ring from the side. So they are driveway side and art side, Dallas, and a Toronto a laundry side. Now, there's one person in A and that bar is going, you can see it. Yeah. One person, the rest of Toronto are coming into laundry, like coming up to laundry from spawn, right? And one person is in A, it is ticking up, but it is going slow, but it's going because it's only one tick, right? Crim is storming on through. He's managed to kill one person on there. Someone else filters in, gets back into ring. The contest is there because one of the Dallas Empire boys jumps on. I can't remember who it was. The contest is there. I'm not joking. Crim is literally setting his streak up right now. It's about to streak the whole thing and clear it. And the timer is ticking down. Like, they haven't got long to do this now because Crim has managed to hold it off. If the contest had happened 1 second longer, they would have won the game.
Oh, wow.
But it just didn't happen.
Gonna have to go rewatch that.
Dude, it was crazy. It was a really and when I tell you streaks, oh my gosh, there were so many streaks and that it was crazy.
Be fun getting to watch. I missed that one, unfortunately.
Very interesting as well in that control game too on Raid. Bance had such a terrible use of his streak. Bance had streaks which actually nearly cost them, to be honest, as well, because it costed them it did cost them that round, and it costed them their offensive round.
Yeah.
But they were and it costed them their offensive round.
Yeah.
But he streaked in courts, and it hit nobody. Meanwhile, oh no, was it control? I think it was it hard point? I can't remember now. No, I can't remember.
Sure.
Anyway, the way that he played his streak was really unsmart, and it costed them basically the game.
Yeah.
Which sucked because it just it was really, really poor. He needed to have waited basically for the next. I think it was hard point. The next hill. Yeah, it was hard point. So it was hard point because he should have used his streak on P1, which was a perfect place to use your streak, considering they couldn't win at courts anyway. So it was so dumb. It was like, why did you use your streak there? They can't win there. They have to rotate back to P1 anyway, and you could have used your streaks in P1. So it was a really dumb decision from Bance, which is very unusual for Toronto Ultra. But it kind of
They're
was
usually
weird.
pretty sound, aren't they?
Yeah, and
they've had a couple bad streaks though, haven't
against
they?
Mutineers.
Yeah.
I was like interesting in some of the.
It happened literally at the lane event too.
It was a bit sloppy
Happened
in some,
at the lane
but
event,
they close it out
online.
usually in most of the games. But some of the stuff is a little sloppy at the moment.
It's funny because with them, I feel like they're known as being like a really buttoned up team. Like, you know, if that makes sense. Like really cross the T's, dot the I's. But streak usage seems to be a problem because going back to the last major, Kleenex with his streaks,
Moscow, right? Yeah.
No,
it was
Garrison.
Yeah, Garrison and Moscow.
Oh, and Moscow.
Happened on Moscow with Kleenex.
I forgot.
With
with him
Same
again.
thing.
Oh God, I'd be nervous.
Yeah.
If I like had a bad set of streaks,
credit
I
where
wouldn't
credit's
actually.
due, though. Kleenex was going off today.
Yeah.
My
He's good,
God,
man. He's good.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
I think they're plateauing a little bit though.
Vivid was going off today.
Yeah.
By the way, Vivid has stepped up big time for Dallas Empire. Shotzi was outstanding. Illy was outstanding. Their retakes on S&D were fabulous together. The two of them, they were working really, really well together.
If they play this way, and especially like Illy plays this way, because I thought he had a great series, they stand a good chance at making it back to the finals and potentially even closing this one out. I think there are a lot of teams that can do it, and I think that it just shows you. I mean, like Optic beats FaZe, and Dallas loses to Florida, but then Dallas beats Toronto, and then Optic loses to Thieves, and it's just good luck making your brackets, people. Honestly, good luck.
What did you make of Optic losing to LA Thieves?
I didn't really have too much of a.
Was it round 11, right?
Was it game 5 round 11? I didn't really have I didn't have too many thoughts of it. I think it would have been a good win for them. I don't know. I think it's like it kind of goes both ways, right? A part of me would have liked to have seen them win to like finish strong and really like keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me is okay with them losing because it wasn't really for anything. And then it keeps them maybe a little bit like honest, like not feeling like, oh, we're going to tear everybody up. You know what I mean? Like if they just went through, it's easy. Like if you beat the best team in the game, aka FaZe, and then you go to your next series, it could be a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing. Like you go in 3-0 the next team you play, which is what they were close to doing. They were close to 3-0ing LA because they're up 2-0, right? They're up 2-0. You know, it's
that
like
reverse sweep was crazy.
Yeah, it was. But so you know what I mean, though. And like if they stomp them, I don't know whether that's a good thing heading into the major, or whether it's actually better that they lost because maybe now it'll keep them in that like prep stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring something up real quick because I think it's very interesting to talk about.
What are you gonna bring up?
I just want to show you what this reverse sweep looked like statistic wise.
Okay.
I mean, by statistics, I mean literally just scores, but
yeah.
I mean, it's very
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, but when you look at it, it's interesting. So just look at this for 1 second.
What do you think about it, though? Good thing, bad thing?
I don't think it's great for Optic.
Yeah, that kind of like puts them. Probably messes with their mentality a little bit. Like they were feeling really good being FaZe. That's why I said I was like, it could be a bad thing. It could be like, oh shit.
They were feeling it. And because, look at this. This is why mentally you can see what happens to Optic, and it shows. Okay, so here we go. First game, 250-72. What a steak dinner. Yeah. I mean, what an absolute smoke show of hard point.
It wasn't round 11.
Yeah, it wasn't round 11, you're right.
6-1 in the S&D.
Yeah, 6-1. So the first two, Optic wins 250-72 and 6-1. So it was Moscow Hardpoint and S&D Express. Absolute smoke show. Next, checkmate control. 3-1. This is where it all goes wrong, because LA Thieves managing to really like take control, excuse the pun, of that control was a huge swing factor in that series. And that's where I think Optic's issue are. Like, I understand, like, obviously with FaZe they went the full 9, which is not, you know, it's not a best 9, but it's a saying. The full five it's a saying anyway. You know, they went the full-fledged direction of the series, but I've got to say, like, for them, I think having those 2 smoke show at the beginning and then having the control where they literally just lost it, I think mentally wise, it just went downhill from there, because the hard point was then 250 to 196. You know, not a smoke show, but not great, not close. And then LA Thieves close out the S&D Moscow 6-3, which is, it's just interesting.
Like,
with the mentality wise, like, because you look at that and you're like, well,
But is it a mentality thing, or is it you're now bad on checkmate? You're once upon a time best respawn.
It's not that. That's the problem with Optic. It's not that they're bad on it at all. They're not. They're really good at checkmate.
They just checked out, and
that's what happens. The second they go down a couple rounds, they're like, what's happening again? Like, we're just not being able to adapt appropriately. Like, the respawn's just not working for us right now. Like, I think they get into their own head and overindulge themselves in their mistakes that they can't then get back.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem, because I think it's when they expect to win.
Yeah.
That's this pattern that's happening.
Yeah.
FaZe.
I think that's fair.
They didn't expect to win, but they put everything that they possibly could into it and came out with the win, with the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was very damn close, but they still got there.
Yeah.
And with LA Thieves, I think they came into that thinking, we got this. Like, we just beat FaZe.
Yeah.
And we're now going, look at the smoke show the first 2 games. We'll go into checkmate control, which they're really damn good at. And it wasn't happening. And then the same thing happened in the hard point. You know, like, very small minor mistakes, not watching your back, not, you know, like, at one point, LA Thieves, you know, the hill in plane, like, LA Thieves covered every entrance. They literally swarmed them. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, mentally wise, I think that's honestly what it is. But I could be wrong.
No, I mean, like, it's fair to say.
It's a good shout, though.
It's a fair thing to say, and it's something to notice if it's a thing in the major or not, because it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
Teams will go up, and there's
sorry, everyone.
There's 3 factors. Not 3 factors. There's 3 different, like, mindsets or things that happen.
Yeah.
Teams that just play the same the whole way through. Teams that phase. Teams that play well early and then lose it in the end because they start, like, cruise control, right?
Who would that be for you?
Well, in this it would be Optic, to what you're saying. Like, you know, think we're gonna have the win and we get upset. You know what I mean? I don't know who that would be, like, actually, like, in the league that happens to a lot. I wouldn't say it's probably that
LAG?
many.
Rocker?
What, like Rocker? It's like you assume you're gonna win. You know, like, what team would you say gets upset a lot because they, like, assume they're gonna win? Like, I wouldn't really say that's a thing right now in the league. Like, I wouldn't pick one team. I wouldn't pick one team of that.
No.
And then the other being, people play better when their backs are against the wall as well. You know.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll have to see. Well, honestly, the ice is gonna be out in full force.
It's just so interesting, isn't it? It's just so interesting with how many teams, like, beat each other. And, I mean, it's literally madness. It's literally FaZe looked good today, though. FaZe looked really good today. So that's that's nerve-wracking.
So good, to the point where RC's brought an SMG.
Yeah, and that's the nerve-wracking thing about them is because I said it. I've said it. It's like, you know, you could beat them a day, but then you got to keep beating them, and that's a tough thing to do when you're playing against the best team in the game. So we'll see.
For New York. I'm so sad. They got smacked about in that. That was fast. That actually, we were discussing in the green room, that could have been one of the most brutal series actually this season. It was bad.
Very bad. I don't know what's going on over there in that camp, but I mean, I feel bad for the youngins over there because they're all pretty young.
This team have gone through a lot now, especially with
from the start to now the finish. I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me that I honestly thought he was going to play at the major. I didn't know he wasn't playing at the major.
I mean, again, not completely confirmed, but very highly unlikely playing.
I thought it was like a break for the week of online matches, not he's not playing at the major. You know what I mean? I mean, if he doesn't play the major in champs, I mean, Jesus Christ, I feel so bad.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Surge, LAG, Paris, London. Who has the best chance to make a decent-ish run at Major 5?
Oh, either Paris or London. But I think London.
Seattle?
No. Would you say Seattle? Seattle, maybe. Like, cause Seattle can. I don't know. You can pick Seattle, I guess. Seattle. We cover this in the podcast post last major. Everyone was like super hyped about Seattle. They just beat the other bad teams, so I'm not really hyped. And I honestly think that any of them can beat each other.
Sam Octane literally said that to me today.
What?
When I said you had a pretty good run at the first LAN event, I was like, pretty good. How you feeling about LAN? He was like, yeah, well, we did play bad teams.
Yeah. Well, like, good for him. Good for him that he
said we're the toilet bowl champions.
Yeah. Good for him that he acknowledges it, because I've literally, I stream every day, and we talk CDL stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And people were, oh my God, LAN and Surge is back and Octane on LAN. I think
it was more.
This isn't a discredit to him, but then I was like, it's like, dude, you could say, even online, I'd pick Surge to potentially win any of those series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you go to LAN. I mean, I guess you could go Surge, because if you reference last major, they beat all the other guys. So yeah. I guess you would. But the problem is, I don't see Surge beating any of the good teams. But do I see any of the others either?
I think the hype came from mostly just individual stats and skills that was shown at LAN from Surge. Like, regardless of who they're playing and stuff, like, these are still like pretty individually talented players, like, who can pop up at any time. Like, doesn't matter what team you're from, doesn't matter if you're from LAG, doesn't matter if you're from Surge, doesn't matter if you're from Paris, London, whatever. Like, there are players on those teams that are still so dangerous, like, and they just might not be in their correct environment to make them shine accordingly. But you know, whatever, it will be what will be.
Poor Chino.
However, I just think, I know, poor Chino, I know. But what I would think,
I'll tell you after.
what I do think, is that people were really hyped about individual performance. It's the first time Octane in a long time really showed up and was like, hey, remember me? The AR player that everyone really wanted in the season. Like, hey, me again. So many different things kind of like came of that, like Pristini showing up gunless, being back again. Like, it was really, I think, more so just to do with the individual showing up at the right time. But yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you. Like, hey, well done.
Yeah.
But I know.
I mean, like, everyone's like hyping up Octane, like the best AR in the game.
One of them.
One of the best ARs in the game.
We got
been on the last place team for 2 years. I know you can't. For my book, you can't be the best AR in the game if you're on the last place team, and that's not like a super big shot at him, because I think the individual skill is obviously there.
He's very talented.
But it's just
very talented.
I go off of.
Well, you can't be because you're not winning the game.
Exactly.
So it's, I understand that. And look, you're very talented. You're clearly in the wrong place right now. Yeah. Apparently.
But 2 years in a row, though, it scares me. Because are you in the wrong place? Or are you the problem?
The bag's clearly big.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Because if you are consistently on the worst team, is it you having bad luck, or is it something wrong with you? Possibly both?
Possibly. I don't know.
Just unlucky?
You could honestly just speculate whatever you want there. I mean, all I know is that there are pretty decent, talented individuals in that roster that clearly just do not work together whatsoever. Yeah. Something about it just doesn't work, and that's what it is, because you can just see.
I don't know anything like personally about any of those guys, on Surge or anything like that, so I can't really like. But like it's the reason why I can relate to it is because it's a thing in Halo. You'll have a guy who has the most individual talent in the world, but doesn't win. And it's like, well, and then everyone hypes up this player. Oh my God, one of the best. And it's like, but the person doesn't win. And it's like, but then what people don't realize is there's actually a reason why that person doesn't do well. And it's, you know what I mean? Because of all these other issues that go, all these other things.
All I can say is, like, I only see what's on my screen, and it hasn't been great.
Yeah.
So
for Surge.
Yeah. Hasn't been great.
For a lot of them, because let me tell you something. LAG, I like Chino. Chino's my boy. I think I might have met him once. I'm not even sure, but he's my boy.
Yeah. He's nice.
He's very nice, and even just like talking to him through Twitter and stuff like that. This is not biased, by the way.
Yeah.
With me saying this, LAG did him dirty, because did you see the screen that they put up today?
No.
It was a control. Highest KDs on the team through every single person, right?
Yeah.
He was the only one with a positive KD.
Oh,
I'm sitting there like, I'm sitting there like, and you got rid of him? Like,
no,
you know what I mean? I'm not saying KD's everything, but
I mean, look at who they got rid of. Vivid and Chino.
Yeah. I saw people saying this, you know, it's yeah, bad decisions over there. Bad decisions. You don't have to say this. I'll say this. Bad decisions by either the players because they're protecting their own spots or protecting their friends, or by management who don't want to cut star players.
No, I mean, Chino was a star player, clearly.
No, but not. He wasn't on their original starting roster, which is what they're trying to protect.
Yeah, I understand that, but still. Silly.
He's a star player because he came on and killed it.
Yeah,
to be fair, he did. Because they did pretty good. They did okay. They started doing okay with him.
They did. No, babe, he was doing good for that team.
Yeah, but they still weren't winning.
I know, but you know, but there's only so much you can do as an individual. Yeah. But he was like not the problem at all. He was the solution.
Agreed.
Anyway,
excited for going into the major though.
I'm very excited. These bonus points are everything. There's a lot on the line. Every single match is very, very important.
Fans are going to be there.
Apart from some of the. Actually, do you know what? Every match is important because even the 4 teams that haven't made it into champs, they're playing spoilers. And you heard Octane today. If you did tune in, he is gunning to try and mix things up and have a bit of fun. So I know that the rest of the teams are doing that too.
I hope that they do, and here's why. Because there's been a lot of talk from people. Obviously, it's not going to change, but there's been a lot of talk from people of wanting every team at champs. Right?
Yeah.
And obviously that's not going to change like now, you know, however long to it. But, you know, Octane's one of those people being really vocal about it, put every team there. I don't personally think every team should probably be at champs, but that's just me. It's a tough situation, but it's regardless of the fact. But from him, I like hearing that because if you're someone saying let everyone at champs, good for you. Go to the major, make some noise, make a point, try to prove a point with it. You know what I mean?
It's an interesting concept and the only thing I would say about it is it's like, but then regular season is almost pointless. Yeah,
well, I think esports. There's only so much we can talk about with formats and stuff like that, obviously, but esports in general has been a forever changing system of trying to figure out what's best, what's, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And now we're diving into the realm of franchise leagues and, you know, really, what would be the word? Really like structured systems.
Yeah.
Right? And then now you throw in COVID and online and LAN and all this other stuff, and it's tough. It's tough to figure it out.
It is tough.
And, you know, it's what you said, the regular season thing. Like, you know, back in the people want to go back to the MLG days. Back in the MLG days, top for a while, it was top 8 made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like MLG, like Halo back in the day. And then, but, you know, I think overall, people just try to do what's right, and you'll figure it out over time until we figure out what's best.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a really fun ride for the rest of the season.
Major is going to be the Major 5 is going to be a big indicator for what's going to, in my opinion, at least for what's going to happen at champs.
Well, it's not only going to be a big indicator based on the gameplay and how games go for teams, but it's going to be a big indicator because it does genuinely shape how champs looks. So it's like really important and it is an indicator in that sense because it's like, well, where you start is very important for your run. Very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's gonna be wicked. But I tell you what, we'll move on from CDL, even though honestly we could be here all day like discussing and speculating and just breaking down. But I've had enough of that today.
You have great insight, you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You really break down games so good. Thanks. So well.
Appreciate you. Well, not really, because half the time I'm like rambling on and going, wait, was it hard point? Was it control?
We've gone over that so many times. There's so many matches. It's impossible for you to remember. So many
matches and so many back to back the same maps.
I mean, even look at that optic thing. Like, there's 2 back to back. It's checkpoint.
At one
control,
point we had 3 garrisons in.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's impossible. If you're sitting there watching like 3 matches, how many matches is total? 3, 6, 8, 10 matches total for a week. You're seeing so much raid, so much checkmate, you know what I mean?
Because you could see 5 maps in one game as well.
You ain't remembering everything from that.
It's a lot. How many maps would that be potentially max? 10 times 5, right? 50?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah. God, I'm good at math.
Were you nervous throwing that out there?
Really nervous. I was like, what are you doing? The whole time I was speaking, my brain was going, stop, Lonnie, stop.
I'll give you credit.
Don't challenge yourself.
Yeah. And a Sunday after working too.
I know. I have a bit of a headache, you know.
Yeah, got a bit of a headache. I'm not surprised. I'm sure these lights are helping you a lot too.
Yeah, really helping so much. Medicine.
What are we talking about? Halo.
Halo. Obviously, you know, we're all waiting for Infinite and the release and the beta and this and that, and just anything we can get our little sweaty paws on. You know, we're very excited. You know, just lapping it up like a cat to milk. And talk to me about
is that what saying? A cat to milk
is now.
Okay.
Meow.
Nope, don't do that.
Anyway, you should have heard the pun I used today on broadcast. I said something like, at the beginning of the day, I went, well, Maven and Merc, they're ready to work. We'll see you after the break. I was like, oh, God, what's wrong with me? It just came out. Anyway.
I like when you do stuff like that on broadcast, though.
Dumb,
it makes it fun.
It also keeps people listening, like, hey.
Yeah.
So, obviously, like, there's been, you know, a blog post that came out from Tashi.
From Halo. Yeah, from Tashi.
Tashi didn't write that one?
Tashi's blog post is one coming up.
Oh, okay, got
I think on Thursday. I think.
America. I am confusion. So, okay, a blog post came out and it was about, obviously, like, a little bit of the details and update happening.
Yeah.
Was it the beta or flight testing?
They're the same thing.
Same thing. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Flight testing is a beta, and but they call it flight testing.
The mention of bots because of something that's not quite right or broken in the game currently. So talk to me about what you heard and what your feelings are about it.
I don't know if it said anything about the game. I honestly didn't read it, so I don't know if it said anything about the game being broken or not ready or whatever. But basically, it just said, like, you know, they could be doing stuff as early as this upcoming week. You know, bots. Like, it's basically like...
So like me?
It's basically like, you know, Infinite is going to have, like, training bots. Like, you know, you have in, like, CSGO and stuff. Or Call of Duty, obviously. Yeah. And I guess what they might be trying to do for the first one, or for the first flight test potentially next week, is they're trying to, like, stress test the servers. So they're going to make it so that you can, like, play against bots, and then just, I guess, see, like, what happens when so many people are signing online all at the same time, kind of thing.
It's a stress test.
Yeah, it's like a So I guess that's what they're going for.
Okay. Hey, we'll take whatever we can get.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like, I have mixed feelings about it because I'm excited for it, but I also feel so...
Is it like a tease?
Yeah, it's not even that. I feel so game deprived that I am excited to go shoot bots for, like, however many days. Like, however many days they have this thing open,
like
I will
Jay in the Octagon?
Yes, exactly.
I love you, James.
He's gonna hear that and punch his monitor. No, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel so, like, game deprived. Where, like, I'm super excited to play it, but, like, I also feel like I almost feel like kind of, like, pathetic that I'm, like, excited. No, I feel like pathetic, like, because I'm literally, like, excited to, like, go shoot bots for, like, a weekend.
That's totally understandable.
I know, but that's how exactly. But that's what I don't like at the same time.
I know. But look, it's a little something to sink your teeth into to get ready and understand it.
I don't lie to the people. I'm also a little bit concerned as well.
Okay,
for sure.
Speak.
I just think it's the never concrete dates that scare me with this thing. Because, and I love Halo, and I want Halo to do well, obviously. I mean, it only benefits me, and also I freaking love it, so I hope it does well. But the never giving concrete dates thing just scares especially after what happened last year with the delay. I don't think the game's getting delayed again or anything like that. I'm not being extreme, but just, like, you know, they're like, could come as early as next week. You know, with the bot training thing, flight test, and I'm just like, how can you not, like, confirm that? Like, you know what I mean? Like
I understand.
Yeah, but you know, like, I'm trying to remain positive about it. I'm super excited for it, no matter what. I don't know whether I'll get in, won't get in, whatever. I'm just excited for something, you know, no matter what. Of course. Because I'm really excited to work. You know, I want to start making content and stream and start working towards the competing side of it. I mean, it's not much competing side of it with training bots, but
yeah, but it's preparing for the competition as well.
You've
got to learn the game.
Kind of. But you're not going to be learning the game through training bots.
What I'm saying is, it's like, it's not just about, like, you know, competing. Like, you have to learn the game at the beginning anyway. But I mean, it's somewhat of an insight. How things feel, how things play.
Like how the guns, some of the guns shoot.
There's going to be so much that you will still learn, even from that. Just the movement, just what it's like to be in there. How, you know.
I hope you can, like, run around on a map or something like that too. Like, you know, really practice. I don't know.
You can do something. at least you'll be able to feel something. You'll be able to feel how guns feel, how weapons feel.
In the multiplayer overview, the way that they made this bots thing look, right? At least one of the things. I could be wrong. Do you remember that thing we played in CS:GO? Like when we went to like G-Finny one time, and it was like a training.
Yeah,
map.
I had to compete in it, right?
Yeah, and you remember it was like you noticed like it wasn't a real map. It was like you were standing in a circle.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I'd have to go back and watch it.
Is that what you think is going to be?
I think that there's something like that in it. So it's like, are we getting bots? Are we getting bots? Exactly. So it's like, are we getting bots on a custom game and you get to run around a map, or is it you're getting bots in an octagon that you're shooting?
That is up to what they decide to let you do. No, I know, but for now it is. Anyway, I don't know. We don't know. We won't.
I'm super excited for it.
Whatever it is, we'll take it.
Yeah, basically.
Whatever, we'll take it.
I don't want to sound negative about it because I am excited. And honestly, even now with that, I've told you this before, we're not far off.
No,
we're not far off. No. So just getting closer and closer and closer, I feel more and more excited. I'm just the dates thing. I feel like I have what's it called, like PTSD, like because the whole thing of them delaying the game is really messed with me, because now I have like a commitment issue now, when it comes to this video game, because they're like they can't confirm when the thing is, and I'm like, my mind just starts freaking out about it's getting delayed again, or like something's gone terribly wrong with it again. But I'm not being extreme. I don't think it's gonna get delayed again, but it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Not about it getting delayed, but just like the flight stuff. Like, because now the problem is we're running so close to the we're running so close to the flight test to when the game could potentially be coming out.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot that you're going to be able to fix or change or whatever. So this is, again, what's scary is like it's taken so long to get this thing out that if there's a problem, are we going to be able to fix it? And I got to just hope that they can, but
yeah,
it is what it is. I'm excited. Anything Infinite is a W in my book. And you got a lot of people waiting for this thing.
Oh yeah, a lot. I mean,
Dr. Disrespect is playing. Tfue and Mutex were playing H3 not too long ago. You had Nick Merckx. This is like months ago, but Nick Merckx and Cloaksy and Cypher PK all playing. MCC, like all literally just screaming for Infinite. And obviously, we don't know if we'll get an Infinite BR or anything like that. That'll probably keep people around.
That would be sick. That's
the topic for another day.
We've already done this topic.
Yeah, we have done the topic. We have done the topic before. But I hope one day we get something that gives us, maybe we could talk about it. Whether that's from 3 for 3 or whether that's a random thing.
Do you hear that?
I did hear that.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. It's like not a burp, but it like. Does anyone else ever get that where it comes up your chest and it's like not a is it a gargle?
Like a groggy sound.
Yeah, it's like air, but it just goes all the way up your chest. Anyway. Yeah. So I didn't burp, folks, but
close to it.
Shit happens. It was close.
No, I hope we get even like a rumor. Like I'd love to just talk about it, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Excited. Good stuff.
I'm excited too. I'm excited.
Good stuff.
I'm very excited
good stuff for it. Fingers crossed it happens and everything's good and people like it, and hopefully I like it.
I hope so too, babes. I wish nothing more than for you to fall in love with it. So
thank you.
Final thing that we're going to quickly talk about, it's not even a discussion, but just wanted to let you guys know that the basement is very close to being completely finished. So we've got a few things to do, got a few touch-ups to do, a couple doors that need to be painted and put on, a couple of lights fixed. But apart from that, it is pretty much ready to go. And I just wanted to let you guys know that we are going to do at some point a little video tour that we're going to prepare for you that will be up on the podcast channel. It'll be a very different video from our usual, but it'll be something extra for you guys to tune in on, and we'll explain basically everything that we did. I was very much
do you have before pictures?
Yeah, I got before.
That'd
everything.
be cool.
I did it all for this.
No, I know. That'd be cool.
I was very much behind the design of it, so I can talk you guys through what I was thinking and feeling.
You literally designed everything. You say I'm very much
behind.
I know, but that's still short selling it. She designed it. She designed the entire thing. Would you say it came out pretty much to exactly what you wanted? And I shouldn't say wanted, but envisioned. Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Yeah. Very happy with it. So very excited to show you guys that, and you know, I'll walk you through and explain every like little detail about it and really give you a deep dive into it together. But yeah,
I had my say. Don't worry, I had my say as well. I helped design it, but not really.
Yeah, we'll go with that for sure.
Listen, we talked about this before. You're the creative one, and I have no problem saying I let you just go ahead. You ask me, like, you know, do this, and this,
of course I do,
and I give my input to it. But
do you think if you had said no, would I have agreed with that?
Yes, because anything I've ever said no to when it comes to like from a design standpoint, there's like logistic reason as to why we can't do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Thank you. She was trying to be sassy and act like she would do it anyway.
No, I wasn't. I was looking to see what you really think of me.
No, I think that if you are so
expose myself.
You're so good creatively. Like, I love everything that you do creatively, like from an interior design standpoint to podcast to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I just trust you with it. And then if I ever have an issue with something, I shouldn't say an issue with something, but like with
like a logistics standpoint.
Yeah, like a logistics standpoint.
I mean, this would look really nice here.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no.
I mean, even like figuring out like, you know, obviously I had to give my input to like my setup and way to figure out, you know, where stuff's going. Your setup
was really important to me. I wanted to keep it really clean. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about. I don't want to get into it because I can happily talk about everything, and they haven't even seen it, so they won't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I will take you guys through everything I was thinking, because I'm very proud of this. We're very proud of this.
You know what I said in my stream the other day?
What?
And you know, some people being here, I said to them, obviously I'm playing MCC right now, playing Halo 3. Right?
Yeah.
Not enjoying myself. It's okay. Like, I get to play with Justin, so like I get to play with Justin. Like, Justin's been a trooper and he's waking up at like 10 in the morning because he's getting ready to compete.
Jay is a legend.
He's the homie. So it's been fun because we get to.
I'm sorry if you can hear it. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
We get to. You okay? We get to have some fun. You know, just jump on. I don't enjoy playing the game anymore, but you know what I said to my stream the other day? I said, guys, the basement's basically completely done, you know? And I said, we got these movie theater chairs for the theater room. I said, I walk past these chairs every single morning. And I said, they're the comfiest thing I've sat on to watch a TV show or a movie, obviously. I said, you know how much I love you guys that I still come here every morning and don't just absolutely bail? Because I think, I'm not joking, I think about it every day.
They're wonderful.
I pass those chairs. I go, do I want to play Halo 3 today? Or do I want to lay down and just recline back? I gotta keep working.
You do, and
I'm being sarcastic. You know obviously,
I also think it's also because they are new, so it's like a commodity right now for us. It's like, I'm not joking, but like I feel like down here it's so surreal still to me. Like I come down here and it was like it's been in my head for so long, like every single piece of it, and it's really interesting to like come down and be like, whoa, this is actually a finished room. Well, it's very big down here actually.
I'm being like sarcastic when I say like, but it is exciting. Like every night I want to watch TV down here.
Exactly.
I'm excited to do I'm excited to do VOD review and stuff on
absolutely.
We'll show you. Don't worry.
We'll walk you through. I'm very excited about it. It's just been, especially with finishing touches and stuff, and I always say this every week, but our jobs, especially my job at the moment, and his job will start to be, it's funny because like as mine starts to like settle down a bit, his is gonna go crazy, but I think that's a good balance for us to have, especially with the dogs. But you know, like time for me, it's really difficult. I even struggle to text my best mates. Like that's like the point, like how hard it can sometimes be. Like it's not, I don't choose to like be crap with communication, but it's just so hard. Like every waking moment is to do with my job, and you know, rest time is of little to little because it requires a lot of preparation. It requires a lot of respect about my craft and what I do. It's long hours.
Luckily they understand. It's okay.
Yeah. And you know, it's just like, just even the smallest things like doing a couple touch ups with paint, it's really hard to do because of like how little time you have. And it's like time is like an apple pie, and it's about how many pieces you can give out to what things. And like, I want to give stuff to you, I want to give a piece to you, I want to give a piece to the dogs, I want to give a piece to your family or the kids.
Thank you.
You know, and then sometimes you want me time, like aka gaming, like, you know. So it's like you got to weigh up the things, but we're making a real push for it in the next couple of days to really try and get things done down here, because it's another thing off your plate then, isn't it? It's like complete, you have to worry about it. You can enjoy it rather than come down here all the time and think, oh damn, I need to do that, or I need to finish this. And it's just,
absolutely,
yeah.
100%.
So we're excited.
We only have small things to do now, so it's not the end of the world, but
no, exactly,
just that final push now, isn't it, to finish it up?
It is indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, that is going to be it for episode 20. Sorry it was a little shorter than usual. We try and aim for around an hour.
How long was it?
About an hour.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's an average. I would say it's an average episode length. But you know what? I need some dins. I need to eat. We need to chill out a little bit.
Watch some TV. On the projector.
Yeah. Is anyone an anime fan? Have I just spilled a can of worms? We'll discuss this next week.
We could.
We'll discuss animes that we like next week.
Good.
But let me know if anyone's an anime fan and would like the discussion about animes.
Unsubscribe.
And if there's any good ones, listen down below, so we'll talk about them next week, and we'll talk about them.
Jay just unsubscribed 100%. Justin, you would have thought that we like...
Jay unsubscribed?
Yeah.
I'm not answering the door anymore.
Justin, you heard it here first, bro.
Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. As per usual, please do leave a comment below. Talk to us. We love hearing from you. Comments are our favourite part of doing this thing.
100%.
And we appreciate every single one of you that does comment and take the time to do so, because a lot of them are like stories and we love it. Like, we don't genuinely love it. It's one of my favourite things. So thank you so much, as per usual, for all the support and love that you guys show. We love you so much and support you. Let's rate our coffees.
We got to rate. Did you know that we had to rate the coffee?
Yeah, but I always ask them to talk to us first.
I just get nervous. I feel like you're going to close the show sometimes before we do it.
Bye, everyone. So, of course, we got to rate the El Salvador. What are you rating this?
8.3.
8.3.
To be honest, I'd give it even high. I really would give it higher.
Nice. I already know what I'm going with. I decided an 8.9. I really like this.
Okay, I'm going to go 9.0.
Wait, you changed it because I had mine.
I just didn't know. I didn't know, like, I don't know. I finished my entire
there's been a couple of people who've commented, right, being like, I can't wait for Snakebites 10 to hit. And I'm like, why? He's like, you do not actually give honest reviews, I swear. Like, you can just change your mind like this. You just gave it.
Did you finish your cup of coffee or no?
Yes.
Did you actually?
Basically.
Oh, see, no, you didn't. So, so because you didn't finish it. No, the reason why is because I was flip-flopping between an 8.2 and like a 9.
Yeah.
No, I was, because I loved it. I mean...
8... Wait, hold on. Oh, whoa.
What?
Hold on.
Yeah.
And you were... How is that even a sentence?
So I'll get... So
no. Listen. Okay, the sentence you just said... I was flip-flopping between an 8.2 and a 9.
So let me tell you why, okay? And
I could understand if you said an 8.8 and a 9.
I'm going to break it down for you, and you're going to understand, okay? I had this cup of coffee, okay? Thought it was delicious. It was amazing.
Why are you telling me stories if it's like a brand new story? Like, once upon a time, I had this cup of coffee. Yeah, that coffee.
Can I finish my story, please?
No.
I had this cup of coffee. It was delicious. I finished it. You guys can mark it. What was it? 30 minutes in, 20 minutes in? I drank the entire thing, okay? But... the reason why I was flip-flopping between an 8.2 and a 9 is because I went a little guilty today, okay? I put a little bit of creamer, a tiny bit of sweetener in it, okay? So I didn't know if I loved the cup of coffee or if I just loved, I don't know, I mean, it's still a cup of coffee, but if I loved the sugar, it's not sugar, it's sweetener, but sweetener and creamer that I put in it. And then I think that we have similar taste in coffee. You ranked black 8.9, and I was like, whoa, it's actually just that good. So I went 9. Does that make sense?
Right. I'm not going to comment on this. I want you to comment on this. Right. You tell me if that story holds up to you or not. Okay? I want to know. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I fully believe everyone will have my back on this one.
Okay.
Because I was trying to be, I don't know what the word would be. I was trying to be like harsh. Because I cheated. I put creamer and sugar. I keep saying sugar, sweetener. So I don't want to tell people, oh, this is a 9.5, go get it. Because I feel like when you have black coffee, it's way more of like a true rating.
Well, then why aren't you having black coffee then? If you're not giving people their true rating.
I'm tired. I wanted to cheat today a little bit. That's why I was trying to be nice. But then you went at 8.9 and you didn't even finish your cup of coffee. I finished mine, so I had to go one above you.
The jury is out. Come on.
That's fine.
Let us know what you think of his story and if it matches up or not. Or is he guilty or not guilty?
They said they cannot wait for my 10. I fully believe that they'll understand where I'm coming from.
You're gonna no.
What did you say?
Because one day you're 10. You're 10.
The brewmaster.
You're gonna go. No, one day.
You said I was the brewmaster. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, but one day, let me finish. One day.
No.
One day you're gonna go. So, what was your rating? You go first, and I'm gonna go. Oh, that was really like no. Sorry, you're gonna go first, and you're gonna go. Yeah, it was really good. I probably give it an 8.9, and I'll go, oh nice, yeah. Do you know what? I absolutely love this. I gotta give this a 10, and you're gonna go, no, actually, I'm gonna give it a 10. It was really good. And I'm gonna say, are you kidding me?
I'm gonna tell you something right now. That'll never happen, because if I drink a 10,
and I'm sorry if I just bust your eardrums, but I'm very carried away.
You just bursted my eardrums. If I have a 10. Right? If this cup of coffee is a 10, I'll know it right away. I won't need you. I won't worry about what you're rating it. It's going to be a 10 for me.
Okay.
And that's what they're waiting for.
You're not understand what I'm saying. Is like
I will never change my answer to a 10. That's that simple. This is delicious. It's a 9. It's an 8.2 to a 9. Depending on how you prepare it. I don't know what your problem is.
Oh my god.
Depending on how you prepare it. 8.2 to a 9. It's delicious. What's your problem?
That is episode 20. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We love you so much. We are honestly. Are you kidding me?
You're a hater. Every time you got something wrong with my rating every single week.
Your ratings are like a roller coaster. Okay, let us know what you think, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you so much. This is literally so much fun. So thank you. But hope you have a wonderful week. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday or whatever day you are watching on
or listening.
Get through that week, folks. You got this, and we will see you next time. Same place, same time, of course, on a Wednesday. And as always, stay on the grind.